What do you do when everything you've built for yourself and known comes falling apart? Your foundation, your possessions, your grounding, your quality of life. When everything falls to pieces, disappointment settles in. We feel defeated, let down, frustrated. How do you find the strength to get back up? We all face periods in our life when nothing seems to go right, but how you decide to look at it affects everything. How do you take continuous bad series of events and turn it around to produce good for you? While this year wasn't easy for anyone, it was a very rough year for me with what seemed like never-ending battles. There were many small and big hills I had to climb, but this past year, there were two huge moments that I want to share with you today. As we all know, the world came to a stop this past year. We all had to figure out how we would deal with something that's greater than us and completely beyond our control. We had to adjust to what we had always known to be constant, as instability and uncertainty became the new normal. When the lockdown first began, it wasn't a difficult adjustment for me. I quickly fell into the groove of things and believe I was doing my best with what was happening. I invested my time into what made me happy, tuned into myself, got offered an amazing opportunity that I can't wait to share, and found my other half. And then, it all came falling apart. I got hit while driving one night and crashed into a wall. I was physically hurt, mentally confused, and emotionally wrecked. It felt like I lost my sense of security, as the one thing I had ever rewarded myself with and was truly proud of was completely stripped from me that night. I felt lost. I consider myself a very independent person, but this accident flipped that around. I love figuring out my own solutions and having things all in its place. But now, I had to learn to depend on those close to me. Depending on my family and my friends for literally everything was a hard lesson to learn because I felt annoying, I felt stupid, and I felt hopeless. But I kept going. I told myself if life isn't going to stop for me, I won't either. I continued and I didn't stop. I did everything to rebuild my reality. I feel like it went by really fast in that sense, where every day was just quickly going by. From the moment I woke up to the early hours of the morning, I became a machine.
I just need to lay down for 10 minutes. No, I can't lay down. I'm gonna fall asleep.
The only time I had a breather were the few hours spent at work with my amazing community there. I decided to move into a house full of strangers, thinking it was the best choice for me. And while it was a very productive choice and helped in lots of ways, I had never felt more alone. I completely packed my schedule, juggling school, outside work, taking care of my son, and on top of all that was granted a job that truly aligned with my passion. But the one thing I didn't do was take time for myself and heal what I was feeling and going through inside. What had happened was bigger than me and what I was making of it. Everything on the outside was moving forward, so I felt okay. I felt almost great again, and I was convinced that things were finally falling back in its place. And then, it happened again. Right when I thought I was going to be okay, my entire world completely tore apart. Again. On a day I decided to dedicate to work, it happened. Again. Only this time it was 10 times worse. I got hit again and my car flipped on 2 wheels. Trauma immediately settled in and it hit me hard.
It's just so hard. And I don't know how to feel.
I was back to square one, and this time I felt defeated. I wanted to hide. I wanted to lay low and just let the world pass by. I had never imagined therapy sessions and immobility would ever be me. All I wanted to do was disappear. But I know that's not the lesson we're supposed to learn through our deepest challenges. Some of you believe in God, others believe in the universe and energies, while others have their own beliefs. And while what we believe in isn't the focus here, I'm certain that God saved me that day. In that one moment, I remember thinking I wasn't going to make it as I watched the world in front of me spin as I was getting whiplashed. I was bracing myself for an impact that wouldn't carry me through. But here I am today. My life was spared, and I believe it was for a reason. It wasn't by chance or luck. It was for a reason. I'm here for a reason, and you are too. While I don't share this video for views or sympathy, which is actually not what I want at all, In fact, I was very hesitant and actually didn't want to tell anyone. But I'm offering and putting out these immensely tough situations to share with you the power of resilience and perseverance that I've been practicing and learning, and still am. Our lives are a constant journey of ups and downs, but after we overcome a particularly difficult period, we have two choices. We can either choose to continue on, or we can turn around, help those a few steps behind going through a similar situation, and offer a helping hand. Life and time is not to be taken granted. Fortunately, I'm still here and I can continue moving forward and hopefully help others through my journey and my story. If there's anything you've ever wanted to do, anything you've ever wanted to share, anything you've ever wanted to say or let out, go do it. Go and start now. Stop waiting for the right moment, because sometimes you never reach that moment. So to wrap this all up, 2020 was not a breeze. Actually, very, very far from that. I'm still in the process of recovering and regaining my strength and overcoming this trauma, but there's so many things I've learned through these two experiences. While I would love to share them all, that would take way too long. I'll continue to share them one by one, but I do want to share the biggest learning lesson from these unfortunate series of events. If there's one thing I want you to take from this video, it's that your mindset is power. I say this a lot, but you have to take time with and for yourself. Your life is a physical manifestation of the thoughts in your head, and you don't want your negative thoughts to control you. Stop thinking things are happening to you, but happening for you. Whatever you're going through right now, the end result is going to carry the energy that it took to get there. So you get to determine the future you'll experience by choosing to be in alignment with yourself and your state of consciousness. Life has a funny way of slowing us down, but when these learning lessons come, how will you respond? I know sometimes the world can feel as if it's closing in on you, that life can get so dark and you can feel so lost. Trust me, I know, and I felt and I still feel it too. But you have to choose to remember, it can get better. You never know what could go wrong, but when we choose to practice positive mindfulness and are able to hold that mentality through our darkest battles, those moments turn out for the better. The struggle you're in today is helping you to build the strength you need for tomorrow. Whether you can see it now, it'll all work out and brighter days will come. If the hurt comes, so will the happiness. So make the decision to be happy, to be grateful, to find joy with yourself and others. If you first give yourself the gift of joy and happiness, you'll see that you can also give the people that you love that gift. There is good in this world and you will find it again, I promise. If you search, the light will seek you out, and to be lost means that you can always be found. And to those that have visited me, sent me encouragements, supported me, and believed in me, your simple words and actions have made the biggest difference. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, and please drive safe.